Recreation Commission meeting for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. We will call the meeting to order. First, we will call the roll. So, Andy Ruggles.
Here.
Steve Weber.
Present.
Jeff Town.
Present.
Justin Burdell.
Here.
And Peter Ames, I am present. Absent tonight with notice is Judy Brennan and Chris Burns. Bob Leary, I believe, is still pending tonight. Is that? Yeah, I didn't see those one. Okay.
Yep. He's coming.
Maybe Bob.
I thought it would be.
All right. Would members please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business tonight is the approval of the September 23rd minutes. Have members had a chance to review those minutes?
Yep. Yes. I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion?
I'll second it.
Motion is second. Any discussion or changes to the draft minutes?
Looks good. I didn't see anything.
Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Motion carries 5-0-0. All right, well, now, excuse me, move then to public input. Are there members of the public who would like to speak this evening? Seeing none, we will close public input and move on to facility and field requests. So it's that season. Town Hall is in high demand.
Yes, it is.
So first one received from Trixie Gardner and Richfield Recreational Basketball League for Town Hall on Mondays through Fridays, 4:45 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturdays, 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Is somebody from basketball here? No, right? Trixie's not here. Okay. Yeah, so this came in before our last meeting, so, I mean, we, as a board, we discussed basketball having first right, so.
Yeah, that's unfortunately it's the only place in town
Yep.
for them to really play. So.
Yep.
Well, we did talk last time about also trying to use GMS for practices.
Yeah, so I did, so in full transparency, that's why Tony's here. So Tony from the school, I had asked to come as well, just to help alleviate, because we will have some overlap as we go through some of
That's
these
what I was
agenda
thinking. When I
items.
looked ahead, it looks like flag football is gonna want it a couple nights.
Yep.
So I don't know if there's a way to balance it all and try to make everybody happy.
Do we want to ask folks from the school to speak at all? If there's any, as far as options at GMS or elsewhere?
I mean, as far as I know, the offer check with the GMS is pretty open. They don't really do much in that gym. So that might be a spot.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they went there indoors, but that's good. So yeah, I can check with Dan Mitchell if you get me the time and dates.
Okay.
For sure.
and LMS, I'm assuming, is full?
Yeah, it's all basketball. School ends to 9 o'clock. And same for the high school, unfortunately.
So,
Yeah, so for the basketball request, I mean, it looks similar to what's been there years past. Right?
Yep.
I think that we just need to ask Trixie or whoever is doing their scheduling to figure out what their schedule is going to be and give back the times like we have in the past, like we've asked at the other leagues, if possible. You know, I know there are quite a few more teams this year. They, you know, certain divisions they broke up into two, like a 5th and 6th grade team, for instance. So the numbers were up for basketball. So I assume there's going to be a, you know, more of a challenge to find space.
yeah,
Good problem to have.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Problem
great.
nonetheless.
You know, kids are playing, so that's great.
I'll make a motion to accept basketball's request.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 6-0-0. All right, next item is from Litchfield Youth Soccer League, looking for Talent Hall. Sorry, the dates here. Beginning on January 11th, 2026 through April 12th, 2026, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
So in full transparency, this is an order of when the requests came in, so I know we do have an overlap later on in the request piece.
Yep. With all these groups here, though, I think we had talked about, there's only a certain amount of hours in a day.
Yep.
Soccer, baseball, and softball all want town hall on Sundays.
Yep.
How do we break it up between the three? I think all of them should get a time slot. I don't know what do we have for times here?
I think if we look back in the past, Andy, we had baseball and softball kind of did it, they split it up till 2:30. And then I think soccer would come in at 2 or 2:30.
Soccer didn't start coming until last year.
I thought it was 2 years ago.
No, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then they would use it from like 2:30, 3-ish to 5.
Correct.
And then Blast came back in after that to do their Sunday night practice. Because I think how it was the last couple of years.
Yep.
guess-
Well, and last year specifically, baseball did not have any time.
They did not,
No, we
Softball used
They had
mornings.
8 till.
There were 3 blocks,
3 or
right? So
something,
it was a 9
So,
9 to 12 in the morning, 5 to 8 at night.
night. So there was 2
9 to 12
blocks
was
because
our
baseball
practice,
didn't
We
do
used to split with baseball.
Yep.
Yeah,
And 5 to 8 was our team practices.
correct.
so can I ask, and again, the school's here, is any organization, first off, do you have availability? You said GMS was open, right? But-
So the high school, basketball will probably practice Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
But we could offer gym time. They're the only team that would use it on Sundays. The only thing we have to figure out is the building's locked, we don't have custodians on
Yeah.
Sunday, so we have to get them a key card. So we'll have to make sure Brian's okay with that, which I think he will.
Okay.
Because the coach is the key card, they can use them.
And that was the same comment Dan Mitchell made about using GMS on the
GMS.
weekends, that we have to
Yep.
find custodial coverage in
Yep.
order to go do it.
So I guess put it,
has, rec basketball all weekend long.
Yeah.
yeah,
That gym's totally full.
so I guess posing it out there, is there anybody willing to come and try to use a school facility that's requesting on Sundays and Saturdays? Is an organization willing to do it?
We're kind of in a tough spot for that because we have equipment that needs to travel with us that's not that portable that we leave in the storage room at Talent. Pitching mats, hitting nets.
I think the easiest flexibility would probably be soccer, right?
Yeah, and the batting cages, obviously in Talent Hall. We use that for baseball.
So soccer could, if they're willing.
Nobody's from soccer here tonight, right?
All right, so the conflict on this one is the Sundays from 5 to 8, right? But the
Yeah.
other time is. Oh, the other time's for the softball league, okay.
126, 126.
All right, so what do we want to do with this one? We think that soccer is more flexible. Do we want to,
From an equipment standpoint, I think it's easier because there's stuff that the other 2 programs need
I mean,
that stay at Talent Hall.
Yeah,
Soccer, you're carrying balls in.
we asked everybody to come here for this.
Correct. I'm gonna shoot him a text now if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah,
Sure.
please do.
See if Brian will respond.
Clear it all up.
Do you want me to come speak to my perspective now? 'Cause I'm
Sure.
on the 5 to 8.
Yeah,
Sure, come on.
Jake is with baseball too. You might as well come up too, Jake.
And historically, those 2 programs, just here are the time slots, you guys go figure it out.
Yeah, so 5 to 8 we use for our team practices. We have 3 blast teams, 8U, 2 10Us. So one of them gets 5 to 6, one of them gets 6 to 7, one of them gets 7 to 8. Those are our winter practices. We do those year round. So historically, that's been when we've practiced. The morning time, I think we requested 2 hours. The idea is that we are very flexible with the morning time. That's when we've done clinics. We know baseball didn't use it last year, but if baseball said, hey, we wanted it in the morning, they want to do something together, we're pretty flexible with that morning time. The hard request that we have is that evening time because that's our winter practice time for those 3 teams.
And baseball
yeah.
doesn't necessarily care when we get in there. We just want to have time this year. 'Cause,
And I think we can go
didn't
back
have-
10 years, softball and baseball have always
Yeah.
made it work.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so last started in January.
all right,
So
so
if there's 8 to, what do we have? 8 to say 2 o'clock or something like that. So what's that? 4 6 hours. So baseball gets 3 and softball gets 3, and then, you know, that would be, so if you did 2 to 4, or 2 to 5 for soccer, that would give them their 3 hours, and you'd have your 5 to 8. So I think we could realistically have all 3 organizations still be able to use
Yeah, that's what we
town
did in
hall.
the past.
I know
Yeah.
even at a younger age, I know you could probably intermingle both baseball and softball.
Yeah, we did that for a few years.
We had the youngest groups together, so like the 4 and 5-year-olds, I wanna say.
Now, I'm looking at our calendar from last year. I don't see soccer having time at Talent last year.
No?
They did.
They did. They used to come in when the clinics got over in the afternoon.
Okay.
It was that open block.
I mean, I think I put 9 to 11 on our request for Sunday mornings, but that's a very flexible time. We could cut it down to 1 hour, we could move it up, we could move it.
Yeah, I think I did 9 to 2, but obviously,
Yeah.
of course, flexible.
Yeah, it sounds like we have flex later in the day, potentially for that. It's the 5 to 8 seems to be the right conflict, but.
I think if soccer's willing to move from 3 to 5,
Yep.
or softball's willing to, one of the two, I mean, I think you'll have,
But if not, we still have the high school option
you
too.
still have the high school option. Yeah.
So, Litchfield baseball right now would conflict with basketball Saturdays.
No, it's Sundays only.
It's supposed to be Sundays only, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was supposed to be Sunday, sorry. I don't know, I screwed up on the form.
That's
You
fine.
messed it up, Jake.
So Sundays only, okay.
It's supposed to be just Sunday, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's all right.
I'm all for giving baseball, softball from 8 to 2 and just let them work out the schedule.
Yeah, because I know a lot of that depended on basketball schedules. You know, a lot of the kids that play baseball play basketball. So, you know, in the past, I would, you know, it was Chris Burns and Steve that we would talk and just say, hey, you know, the boys are all playing it from 9 a.m. So we'd have to
Yeah.
flip flop. You know,
We'd go
'cause we-
girls, boys, girls, and
Yeah,
it would flip back and
exactly.
forth.
So as long as we can figure
We're
it
fine
out.
with that, because that's where, we'll do a clinic at that point, anything like, it
Yeah,
can be
it's-
whatever time in there.
An hour in and
Yeah,
out.
totally
so,
fine.
Okay. And Jake, you're okay
Yeah,
with
because I
that?
believe there's only 3 groups.
Yeah.
That we're doing it anyway.
Yeah. If we can find people to do it.
Yeah.
Which is always the struggle.
Asterisk.
We've spent too many hours ourselves sitting there.
All right, so there's flex on the time for the clinics, but still that evening block is what you want, right? Or am I confusing things?
5 to 8.
5 to 8, I
is-
think,
Yeah.
Needs to
Mike
be-
is
We
solid.
really would like that
Yep.
evening block if possible.
Yep.
So do we want to approve baseball 8 to 2, because that's clean right now? And maybe just give us another 10 minutes and see if he responds?
Yeah, I would say approve baseball and softball 8 to 2.
8 to 2.
8 to
they
2
can
and let them
the
work
schedule.
out the schedule.
And then, all right, so I'll make a motion to approve baseball and softball from 8 to 2 at Town Hall on Sundays through basically the beginning of the season, which is April, beginning April.
You have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstained, motion carries 600. Can I get a motion then for that second block for the evening on Sunday?
So, again, I'll make kind of like a blanket block here. I'll make a motion to approve softball and soccer from, what was it, 3 to 8 p.m. on Sundays. To be worked out, the time to be worked out.
We can't do earlier than 5.
You can't do
And we
earlier
really
than
need 3 consecutive hours.
Got
So
it.
like that's, because we got 2 teams coming in, one in the middle, one of them goes every other week, then the middle block becomes pitchers and catchers for the other 2 teams. So that's,
So I think in this case, we have to wait for soccer because technically they did get their request in first.
Okay.
But we also have the caveat that they're more portable then.
It doesn't matter though, as
Yeah.
far as hierarchy, it's.
Yeah. I
They
understand.
they could use the schools.
Yeah, they could.
As long as soccer's willing to either move or use a different block, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, they should have had a representative here, too.
I also agree with
So
that.
I'm in favor of giving them the block.
I am
Soccer
too.
take
I
3
mean, they
to
showed
5.
up. We asked everyone to please show.
Yeah, we did ask everyone to come to
All right.
pitch their case.
And we do have 2 different blocks for them. They either can
Yeah.
use the block they want, go to the high school, as long as everyone's okay with giving them a key pass.
All right, then I will make a motion. I will rescind my previous motion and make a new motion to allow softball to use Talent Hall from 5 to 8 on Sunday evenings.
I will second.
A motion and a second, discussion. I might add one though, because if we have a text out right now, right, it might be worth
We do.
waiting a little bit later in the meeting just to see if they reply, out of courtesy, since they got the request in. And then if they don't, in 15 minutes or so, then we'll come back to it, but I just want to give them that chance.
Well, the courtesy would have been to be here. Send somebody.
Extra courtesy.
There's a lot of people in soccer. Somebody could have been here.
So, there's a motion and a second on the table.
I'll call the vote.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You're up, right?
Who's up? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 4-2-0. So then going back to the soccer request, which now is conflicted out on that. We can hold it, I mean, sorry, go ahead. Andy.
3 to 5?
I'll make a motion that they have it from 2 to 5 at Talent. And we also could approve, as long as it's okay with the school, from 5 to 8, so they'll have a choice of 2 different blocks, whichever fits their calendar better.
I agree.
Second it.
So, okay, motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 6-0-0. All right, so you guys are all square then?
Mike, just clarifying point, through 3:30, that's what you're okay with, March 30th? That's the date you put on the request
Yes,
form?
yes. We'd like to start November 1st, if possible.
yeah.
Yeah, so, yep,
With
it's
the
November
request
1st through
at the end
3:30.
of March.
Yep, okay.
That'd
All
be
right.
awesome.
And
Yep.
I think that we're,
Hope for an early spring.
4-5. Yeah. Yeah, you were 118 through 4-5.
okay.
Good?
Yep.
Thank you both.
All right, thanks, guys.
Looked at your face enough.
Got enough of you.
All right, next up is Litchfield Youth Flag Football League. Request for Talent Hall, starting on the 19th through, the 19th of this month through May 2nd, 6:30 PM to 9 PM. On, wait, sorry.
Do we have anybody here
On
from
Thursday,
football?
Fridays.
I knew that, Justin.
So I don't mind going to GMS, obviously, just to alleviate stress. Are you good with that on Thursdays? You said it was open, GMS, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a end time that,
These are what days?
so right now it's Thursday, Friday, but it could be flexible.
Yeah, no, that should be fine.
Okay.
So it doesn't be there.
Okay.
But after Ryan, I gotta run out all this by Dan, but.
Yeah.
it should be okay.
Okay.
They don't have basketball teams, so.
Okay. All right. So I'll move myself over to GMS.
All right, so you can rescind this request?
Yeah, I'll just work with the schools. fine.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Thanks, Justin.
Appreciate the problem solving. All right, and then two items that Chris wanted to make us aware of is there was a late request coming in from Granite State Elite or for
Yep.
the 19th from 9 to 11 for available fields to be worked out with the league on them.
Yep, which we already talked to Mike about, who just left. We just lost our field due to a tournament, so we were just looking for a place to practice, and either the 10 or 12 will be open. Mike said he only has the 6s going that day.
Okay.
So, we're good.
I think, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, give it to Justin.
And a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 5-0-1. And the other item Chris wanted me to just make folks aware of is he did provide access to Talent Hall this weekend to Spirit of Litchfield, just to organize some of their Christmas events, since the season is coming.
Trees already up.
In the
I wonder
stores.
if they'll take the tree down.
Trees already up. There's already a
Never too
wreath
late.
in the pavilion, too.
All right, that's it for facility and field requests.
Yep.
Point of clarification.
Yep.
I heard essentially Saturday and Sunday is fully booked, is that,
Yes.
okay, there's no slots anywhere?
I think there will be some windows as the teams decided which ones, because we gave a big block, but they're not gonna need the whole 6-hour window.
Yeah, it sounds like Sunday is completely blocked.
Saturday, you'll probably have time.
Saturday after 3, it looks like it's open.
Saturday after 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Sunday fully blocked.
All right, are there other items folks want to add to our agenda?
If anybody's representing a league or a school, you feel free to, you're good. Thanks for helping us out.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it,
for
guys.
coming.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, have a good night.
Tony, I'll email you after about
Yeah,
5.
absolutely. If you just wanna shoot me an email,
Yep.
I'm already emailed to him, so.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, Chris is gonna have us add a couple items, just another one on the Spirit of Litchfield and their Christmas event, and then just to talk about the budget briefly in the old business sections. All right, moving on to new business. I'll invite Road Agent Kevin Brown to come up to speak to a couple items.
Coming to the board, how are you?
Very good yourself.
I'm okay.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Give you a small history of this. Of course, you guys put out a request for quotes for your mowing.
Yep.
When the bids came in, I didn't even realize it was out. When the bids came in, Kim came to me and asked if there's any way that the highway department could help. I looked at the proposal number 2, and honestly, it's most of the stuff that we've been doing anyway. The rough cutting around the edges, the mowing, down at Sawmill from the road down to the pickleball courts. Just so you know, one of the soccer, someone from soccer asked me to clean the corner of Sawmill because it was getting overgrown. I went in there with the New Holland, I cleaned all the way around, I did the whole swale coming up, and then I went back, got a mower, and I mowed from the street into the pickleball courts. So we're proposing, give that to us, we'll take that over. The proposal part number 2. It's nothing, so we'll do everything within that, the way you would a landscaper. And that will save, what, $11,000, I think it was, Bob?
Yep,
Off
somewhere in that
the
neighborhood,
budget.
yep.
So your budget will get smaller again, but it'll help us get under the cap. It'll help us stay within, reason. And we're mowing it anyway. We're going, we're going by on the bike path, so doing Sawmill's not an issue. We're going by on the bike path, so Dara's not an issue. We'll maintain all the outside fence line all around Talon Hall, everything that's in the request. And, of course, where there we see something, we'll take care of it. The boat launch, we're going down to do Sawmill, we're going down to do the Parker Park, we're going down to do the Town Hall and the Muster Field anyway. It's not a stretch for us. So,
That's
we're
awesome.
proposing that, we'll do that for you, could help you out.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
You're the best.
All those opposed, step
You have to
outside.
vote to approve it. We endorsed it, but we can't vote to approve it.
Yep.
So you have to do that.
All right, then can I get a motion to second off that?
Before we get there.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if he's not here anymore. The only issue I see that possibly we might have is pickleball. I was down there mowing it on a Friday. The place was jam-packed. I did mow it. I was very cautious, and I didn't probably get as close as I'd want to, but we need to have some communication with them that if we show up, we need to do it when we can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be a pain. I don't want to interfere with them, but if there's people there playing, I can't wait till they're done or wait for a rainy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Understood, right.
that's my only concern.
Yep, that's fair.
I think any landscaper would have the same concern.
Chris works with pickleball anyway, so just have him coordinate.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, if we show up, if they can say 5 minutes time, we'll run 3 mowers through and get out of there and move on. Same with the tennis courts.
Yep. It's a fair request.
Reasonable enough, yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
we're all copying. I don't want them complaining about us later, throwing rocks at them.
You're
and
on
stuff.
video.
I'll make a motion to move option 2 of the field maintenance request to the town.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there discussion? I guess my only further question was just, this is a very generous support to us, so it's appreciated. Just your own capacity, because you guys, your department's got it under its own pressure, and, our stuff may not be the priority when it comes down to certain things.
It'll be the same priority as any of our other fields, anything else, town hall, the bike path, it'll just be part of our project. You know what I mean? In my phone, everybody has my phone number. Everybody. You need to call me and say, Kev, you know, or call Kim Kleiner and she'll get in touch with me. You know, this is the right way to do it. But, you know.
Thank you.
I got reprimanded last night.
You didn't get reprimanded.
I didn't hear that.
You're instructed not to take orders from the general public.
Right, and, you know, and I like to help out and I like to do what's right, and sometimes I overstep. But if you need to contact me, I'm always free. You know what I mean? If you have an event that's coming up and you're like, hey, we need to get this cleaned up by Friday, you call me and I'll make sure I get it done. You know, because if I'm doing it on Tuesday and it grows, you know what I mean? Just reach out. Communication's key.
Yeah, you've been fantastically supportive to us over the years. Just want to make
Live
sure.
here, I pay taxes. You know what I mean? My kids play in the fields. And,
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy to see 2 blast teams. That's absolutely amazing. 2 10U blast teams.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's growing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
So,
Into 8. And an 8.
and an 8, right? And then you'll have 2 12s and hopefully a 10. And that's awesome. Keep it growing.
All right, further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 600.
All right, I need
Thank
5
you.
more minutes of your time.
Yes, sir. Yes, next.
The pads.
Yep.
All right, so I did a little cost analysis on the pads. And it's higher than I anticipated, and I have an option, which I wrote down, and I'll show it to you. I think it might be more cost effective and do the same thing. So my understanding is the issue and the reason for the pads is because of overturned outhouses. So if you look at the top part of that, all the parts and pieces I need to build that, 141 bags of concrete per, I was gonna say per pad. All the parts and pieces come out to about $4,600 to build those 6 pads for you. I'm suggesting we use sonotubes. I'll get a dingo with a drill, drop sonotubes down, 62.5 inches for the handicap one, 56 inches for the normal standard one. We'll have 3 sonotubes per. Gonna make them flush level. If you look in the back page, I show you one of the shackles I want to use. This has a coupling nut. So what we do is we bury the coupling nut into the concrete right up to that jam nut. And then we'll be able to send the eye bolts down, lag it, and then in the wintertime, we'll take those out. I'll cap it with button heads so it'll be flush to the ground. So if we plow over it or run it over the mower, whatever, it won't get hurt. In the spring, we pop those out and put the eye bolts back in, re-ratchet. But, you know, we'll go 3 sonotubes across all the fields so that if you want to add a handicapped and a standard, you can. If not, it'll just be flush to the ground. I get the phone call when the porta potties come in. I get the phone call when the porta potties go out. You know what I mean? So I have to meet them there to get rid of them, to have them go, and when they come in to tell them where they go.
Yep.
So me or one of my guys will be there to be able to put it down and re-anchor. And we'll just keep those at the shop until we need them in the spring. So I don't know if you want to look at it, to digest it, and you can tell me later, or you can vote now, whatever you plan on. The only thing that I didn't add in that pricing was the second page, which is the Tractor Supply list. It's about $19 to build to that hook assembly. All right, and it's, you know, you can look at the cost. So I'd have to multiply that times how many porta potties. And that'll keep us down below $2,000. That's for a 10-inch down. It'll be way under.
And I know baseball is willing to pitch in for the cost of, you know.
You guys already approved, I think it was $2,500 when it first came out. I remember.
Something you and I were doing quick math.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were just doing quick math.
I think you did a quick approval of $2,500, so that would more than cover.
Yeah.
You know, so if we went with the 8-inch by 4 sonotube in this, you're gonna probably be around $1,800.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's,
Yeah, and it's just serving a purpose.
I priced it out. I went with AZAC. Well, not I wrote AZAC, but it's the poly board so that we could use the forms over and over, you know, for all 6. And then I just I did how many, you know, I computed how many bags of concrete we'd need, and it would take me a couple weeks, you know, to do each, you know, to get them all done. With going with the sonotube, I could probably do them in 2 days. I have a week rental here for the machine. It'll probably be only 2 days. After 2.5, it goes to a week anyway. But it'll probably only be 2 days, so that'll cut down the cost. You know, I want to get in and get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the porta potties are going to be pulled anytime now, right after soccer's done, I'm assuming. So,
'Cause the only one that stays is the one at Dara.
yeah, right, inside the gate.
Yeah.
The first gate, I should say, yeah.
So we, back in May, we approved $2,000.
Was it 2,000? Okay.
Approved $2,000 for the concrete pad project to be funded from the revolving account. So just.
So it's still good from that standpoint.
Yep.
Yeah, so I know I can come in under,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
You know.
Any concerns?
If not, we'll give one to the pickleballers. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think there's any reason to use a 10-inch sonotube.
No, I would think the 8-inch would be fine.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's basically just more of a deterrent to keep them from being able to turn it.
Yeah.
I really don't, I mean, we didn't have a problem this year. We had a couple last year.
Yep.
But I just think it's more cost effective and it'd be easier. And if you guys say to me, hey, Kev, we're doing something, we need to move this, I go up the backhoe, I pop it out and we can put another one in someplace else. It's not having to take a whole pad out or kind of
Yeah,
go around.
makes sense.
You know,
Does.
and I, you know, and another issue I had was if we put the pad in, then I'm gonna have to bring in material, which I didn't put in here, to make it handicap accessible, because you have to be able to wheel into those.
Yep.
In that ground level. So I would have had to have ramped that somehow and maintained the ramping. This way, make it all flush, it'll be just like you put them on the ground, and we'll be good to go.
Sweet.
All right? I
So
mean,
there's 3 per location, or are they?
yeah, so basically, you have 56-inch standard toilet.
Yep.
And then you have a 67 3/4, I got it down, 67 3/4 for a handicap. They're both 56 inches depth. So you can we'll put one on on each south side and one in the center, then we'll strap. That's something I didn't put into is straps, but that's not a big deal. I can use cable with cable ties. So we just strap them so that they just won't go over. And we'll do this, so if it's a single, when you put it in the single slot and you have 2, and you just have a dead
Just an
dead
extra
one in
one.
the end, you know, like Innis, we'll have one.
Yep.
But if you have a tournament and you wanna bring another one in, you have another tie down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys wanna digest it, do you wanna, it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm good with,
Yeah, no concerns.
I say we get it done.
Move to approve the 8-inch sonotube plan.
Yeah, I mean, well, we've got it, kind of already approved it before, right?
yeah, $2,000.
It's already approved.
I was approved for the
Let's go
pad,
ahead.
so I would,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
modify
my-
it to sonotube.
So I'll make a motion to modify it to sonotube, no, not to exceed $2,000.
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, motion carries 600. Thank you for looking into that.
you got it.
So
Thank you,
we still
Kevin.
have to do,
Thanks, Kev.
we still have to do his, did we vote on him taking over? Did I miss that?
We did. for-
We did.
for- Yeah. okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was what, to just let me do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to mark him. That's why I told Kim, I said, someone's gonna have to tell him, just let me do it. All right, you guys good?
Thanks, Kevin. Good night,
Thanks,
buddy.
Kevin.
Take care.
Okay, next up, the big field maintenance RFP. So it went out, came in, we got 2 proposals. Have all members been able to review those?
Yep. Looks like we have a representative in the.
Yeah.
Alliance.
Thank you for being here. All right, so discussion. So we had 2 proposals. We now do not have the second part of that work. Folks saw the variance in the proposals. And we should accept one or put it back out are the options.
Do you wanna, did you mention where Chris stands? He put that in his email.
But I missed that then.
Was that his first one?
So I'm just looking for it.
His opinion is.
So I guess one question off the top is, are the contractors still going to be up for taking on these contracts, given that it's only part 1 now, as opposed to having both parts of the you know, cause it's $11,000 worth of, you know, okay. I mean, I know historically, it's kind of been a thorn in the side to have to do those areas, cause it's not really what your equipment's made for. It's made for, you know, maintaining well manicured turf, you know, so, sure that's not a.
You guys have all your fertilizer certifications and all that, chemical
So
fertilizer?
we're G1, G2, B, and F2. I believe we serviced the Litchfield ball fields a year before the last contract period. So we have experience doing the fields.
Okay.
So where does that leave us relative to the budget after we take the the
We
trim
would be
mowing?
under the budgeted number.
We'd be within the budgeted number.
Yes.
Okay.
If we take option 2 off the plate,
Brings it down to
How close, how far under would we be?
Yeah.
how close? We're $2,000 under. That was your
Okay.
question.
I'm having a hard time finding these on my phone. I should have printed them out.
Which one, the RFPs?
Yeah, no, the 2 responses, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll flip you the email from Kim.
What
if you
date?
want.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I was gonna say,
This from Kim?
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I'll
sent
flip
one
it
out.
to you. Robert,
Kim sent it.
actually, I'll just-
For some reason. I'd just like to review the numbers real quick again, just to look at them and,
They just came in.
all right, sweet,
Did you just
thank
get
you.
it?
It was a link to a Google Drive.
Just take excuse me, take a moment to review those.
Let me know if it doesn't open.
There we go.
Good.
So what's the total on,
There's a summary one you can look at.
okay,
Has them both together.
oh, there we go.
Did you get it?
Kim's email?
No, I'll send it to you too.
I didn't get it either.
All right, I have it now.
It should bring it down to $100,641.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
was,
Kim's email.
yeah, Kim's email, yeah.
Yeah. It was $111,641, reduced by 11,000. Which brings it down to $100,641 for the,
So it'd be $1,000 on
yeah,
it.
for the whole rec budget, yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve Alliance Landscaping for the is it the 3-year contract?
It's a
It's
1 year
It's a
with the
1 year,
2-year option for
it's a
2
1 year option, yeah, okay.
1 year with a 2-year
1 year with a
option.
2-year, okay. I'll make a motion to approve Alliance Landscaping, for a 1-year contract with a 2-year option, 2-year extension option.
We have a motion, is there a second?
I will second.
Motion is second. Excuse me. Discussion.
The only thing I would tell you is that with the, like the road agent was just here, you're gonna get phone calls from all kinds of people asking you to do things. If you get one, it goes to either him or Mr. Burns, chair and the vice chair of this committee. You tell them to call them, all right? Don't go out and just do it. Because people will try to get you to do stuff, okay? In which they'll turn it to the town administrator who will instruct Mr. Brown to do it. So we've had an issue with that, so, okay?
Further discussion?
Anything else we need to know? No? Okay.
I'll just say that the bid looks very complete, that it hit all the metrics that we put into the RFP that went out. The fields are in good shape, which I think is a testament to our current vendor's work over the years, so we're starting from a place of strength. One thing that we'll have to manage through the course of the year are unforeseen costs as they come up, which is why we have to manage those case by case. Just make sure we're staying in line with where we are. This one is the lower bid, but it's also really at the ceiling of what we put into our budget, so that's kind of where we are going into the year. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 6-0-0.
Congratulations.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Forward to working with you.
Working with you.
Appreciate it. All right, next up is the email requests for earlier notice on field requests.
So this was an email that came into us after our last meeting. A little upset that we had tabled a field request for a season. She requested that, or the individual requested that we consider being a season ahead on field requests. I know we've brought that up in the past, and it was this board's thought that that was too early. I just wanted to make sure it was out there as a discussion point since she sent an email.
Yep, thank you for raising that. I think it kind of speaks to the tension point we've been negotiating on these for the whole year, right?
Yep.
When to take them, when to approve them. I do feel tonight we got a little bit closer with,
I'd like to have a collaboration here.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
people could just talk and say, what can you do? What can you do? All right, well, we can't move this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I mean, I think it works. I think, and I believe Chris sent an email in response. I think the board has made it clear that, a lot of these leagues have first right of refusal, so basketball really didn't have a risk, I guess, so to speak. It was just more of increasing the collaboration amongst all the organizations. But again, just wanted to make sure that we all considered it and put it out there.
Good, thank you.
Yep.
All right, work order requests from the league's process.
So, Bob's talked about it a bit. We
Yep.
talked about it last night as well at the Board of Selectmen meeting. There's a couple organizations that have requested a lot to ensure that, or have submitted emails or, voiced their concerns about conditions. I just wanted to make sure that we put we liaise with most of these leagues, so just to make sure that we're reinforcing with everybody, hey, this is the formal process. If you have a concern, send it up the ladder, and this is what it should look like. Because I think we did get the email. It went to
Kevin.
the highway department directly. I think we were on copy on it. So just as a point of clarification, we should just make sure everybody knows where to go.
Very good. Yeah, and that also helps us capture the costs more appropriately, right?
Yep.
So, great, thank you. All right, we have 2 invoices from Natticook to approve, both for ruptured line repair. One for $450 and another one for $350. So I'm looking to get approval for those services.
I'll make a motion to approve about $800 for the repairs, as mentioned.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 6-0-0. All right, next item is the Southern Hampshire Tour of Lights.
Did you want
Did you do the
to deal with the
fungicide?
fungicide application?
So we're
gonna-
tabling it. We were asked to, there was, I guess, a discussion about this previously. There was a thought that soccer might pay for it, so we're just gonna table it today. We were hoping soccer would be here today to have a discussion to follow up, but that didn't happen, so, table it.
Thank you. All right, Tour of Lights. Is this Judy's edition, I assume? She's been.
These next two are Judy's, and since she's not here to speak to them, I'm not sure either one.
For the
Okay,
tour of lights, we've done the last several years. She, I believe, just enters it on the website, and people from town can enter their address and get put on a map so people can go around and
Look at lights.
look at lights. And I think Judy gave out a couple gift prizes.
Gift cards and stuff, whoever had the best one, or.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm assuming this is just FYI, we can.
Yeah.
We're good with it
That's what I
again.
would think.
And fall chores, again, it's just kind of FYI, as we're getting to November, I think we've typically targeted Thanksgiving holiday is kind of the deadline for these things. But good to capture them here and for us to come back to in the next number of weeks.
Yeah, baseball has a list as well. You know, take down batting cage nets and put trash away and all that stuff. So
The hole in the grate at Talent Hall, is anybody,
no, there's a window,
There's a window.
up high.
the window's
where
broken
a
up there?
pane is falling
Yeah.
out. We tried to get to it, but it was too. We
The
didn't.
ladder
know
was
how.
too short. Yeah, the ladder was too short.
Justin was on my shoulders and I was on the top.
Dedication.
Bigger ladder would work.
Yeah, that certainly would have worked that day, yes.
Not nearly as much fun, though.
The two sticks I was standing on just wasn't.
Tim Burns was on his shoulders.
What's wrong with this picture?
Everybody crushed down a couple feet.
All right, next year is the, next item is the Community of the Year Award nominations. This is something Kim sent along,
Yes.
I think, to the full group. But she raised it up because of a number of the completed projects that we've had over the last couple of years. So Judy certainly jumps to mind as someone to talk to about this with a successful grant application recently.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
makes a good pitch for the town. The deadline is the 3rd of November, so it is coming up in just a couple of weeks. But I'd be happy to reach out to Judy just to check in with her on this. Not to ask her to do it necessarily, but just get her
Well, let's
advice.
do it, she's not here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the best time to assign it.
Right,
Absolutely.
I'll make that motion.
But if folks can just look at that and see if we're a good candidate.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, old business, the facility request form.
The hole is actually in a grate close to the ground on the right side of Talent.
Close to the ground.
She said there is a hole in a grate close to the ground on the right side of Talent. So we'll
You
have to
shouldn't
go
have had
look
it,
at
Chris, on your shoulders. See, that was it. It was too
Leave
high
the
up.
hole,
He
huh?
couldn't find it.
Yep.
Coming off that.
Yeah, so we'll have to go look at it and see what it is.
Yeah.
Trying to think on the right side.
Oh, that's what the animals get into, to the crawl space. So we gotta leave that
Oh,
open
maybe
for
that little grate.
That
that's
was
on
right there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, update to the facility request form.
So I believe, Jeff, were you here last meeting? I think
I
Chris
was.
asked you to update that. And
Add a
that's just
checkbox for
Yeah. So just-
background checks.
Background checks, yeah.
I haven't done that yet, but I will put it on my list of things to do.
All right, an update on the 2026 budget. So Chris and I went in and presented on that recently. Thank Justin for preparing the slide for Budget Committee. So there wasn't too many questions on it. Obviously, the field maintenance contract is the biggest one. But did want to raise this up because there has been some discussion, we understand, about the leagues potentially taking on some of those costs for field maintenance. When we were going through the list of bad options, if we were going to be way off on our field maintenance contract, that's one that is in the list here. I don't think any of us want to do that, but it's something for consideration. As it stands, we're going to hit our budget number as it is. That said, the budget is still a fluid process right now, so that number is not set in stone.
Understood. I just speaking from somebody who's run a league the last 7-8 years, I know there's some families that may not play if it's an extra $20 a month, and to me that is the ultimate travesty if we let that happen in town. I think we need to fund our field maintenance personally.
Especially with the amount of money the leagues give right now to the fields. I mean,
Yeah.
Between baseball and softball, the tens of thousands of dollars we
Yeah.
put into those fields to maintain them. I mean, if the town wants to start charging us, are they gonna take over the maintenance of all the infields and everything?
I don't think the town's in favor of it. It was
Oh,
just brought up by a member of the budget committee.
Committee, correct, so
Yeah.
it's almost like going back to porta potties. I mean, you're nickel and dime, there has to be a way to fund recreation in this town.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
we've talked about this a couple different times, and I watched the budget meeting, and it was cleaned up a little bit last night at the Board of Selectmen meeting, but it felt to me there was a lot of, confusion of what the leagues actually do for the fields, and whether or not they actually present money or fix things or provide, infrastructure to help solve some of these field things. I think we have to figure out how to tell that story. I know we've talked about it,
We put something together.
and nothing that I'm aware of.
We asked the leagues
We
to
asked
put something together.
Put something together, and
I know Judy has a spreadsheet, and
Yeah.
because she kept asking me, well, how many volunteer hours did
Yeah,
do
I
you
just-
think
Yeah.
baseball had this year? And
Yeah, I just feel like we need to, when does so budget goes up to vote, they start voting next week, 2 weeks?
Might be this week.
This week? Today's Tuesday, so yeah, so it might be this week. I think we just have to do a better job. We have, the next thing we should be focused on in the next couple of months is how do we tell this story? Because it's gonna come up, it won't surprise me if it comes up again at the budget meeting. Even though we solved part of the issue or we've addressed part of their concerns, it wouldn't surprise me, and I just think we need to help the leagues tell the story of what they're investing into the community.
Yeah.
Because we know it's happening, we just don't have a great, right now, mechanism of knowing what that is. And I agree with Andy, I think, there's a lot of families, I can't speak to, all the leagues and what they charge, but, I know we charge less than, a travel team or an AAU team or whatever that might be. And I think if we make the costs higher, then that's certainly gonna put some families out. And you're just trading costs at that point now, instead of putting it in the budget, now I'm charging the families at home to pay for it.
And there were many times you and I had to answer questions of, what are we getting for this money?
Right.
yeah,
Umpire costs, I mean, there's so many things that go around it, because they compared it to almost like soccer. I mean, they're like, well, soccer is so much less expensive, but when you really start looking at it,
Yeah.
you can come up with an equation on why one is less than the other.
Yeah. So I don't know, I guess, I mean, I don't mind reaching out to the leagues, or I guess we start with Judy. You said Judy has a spreadsheet, so maybe we start with Judy and see what she
Because we did this
has.
last year, I think it was. Because
And
we were
then-
worried about it
Yeah,
after the
we
porta potty
did.
issue last year, we were worried about it. So I know we reached out to all the leagues and said, hey, okay, come back and tell us what you've done.
Yeah. And I do think maybe, again, I think I brought this up over the summer. It might be beneficial to, or maybe I brought it recently, but in terms of CIP conversation, like what are the big things we need to get done? And then what are the things the leagues are willing to pay for or take on? And I think that's just another part of this conversation of like how much they do provide for us. So if it is yearly infield rate, whatever, leveling or whatever it is, let's put that on there. And let's say, hey, baseball covers, these 2 fields and softball covers these 3 fields. And that way, every year we know that's an expense being incurred and that the leagues are picking up. Because then we can easily show, hey,
Yep.
that's what they're doing.
And I do think the expectations of the players would be, and their families would be higher. If they had to pay more, then they're gonna expect
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, at that point,
things they're currently doing.
once the leagues are paying for it, does the town line the field at that point?
Yeah.
Do they come in
I
and
know I
power
get
rake it,
there
these
an hour
weeds out of
before
it?
every
Yeah.
single game.
Are they gonna drag it before every game and
Softball
after
does
every
too.
game?
Yeah.
So I mean, it really, if you look
Yeah.
at it, it's gonna make,
Yeah.
it's almost gonna turn into a Parks and Recreation department you'll need.
Right.
Or make highway even larger
Right.
to take care of it.
Like I know a lot of other like Derry, for instance. I know they're a lot bigger town than us, but their highway department or Parks and Rec actually does line the field for them. Merrimack's the same way.
I think Hudson's the same way.
They're not their organizations are not allowed to do any maintenance to the field.
Everything's ran through the rec, so
Yeah.
all the money goes into rec and everything.
Yeah.
Unlike we've always moved them into nonprofits standing by themselves.
Yeah, well, I absolutely agree with you, Justin, about telling the story is a really important part. We do have opportunities for that, right? Every budget committee meeting has a public input session. There's times during deliberative as well. So I think, yes, preparing some things would be important here
Yeah.
as the discussion goes along.
So I'll start with Judy and then go to the leagues, and at least if we have something as we get closer and closer to, more and more scrutiny as the budget gets going, I think that's helpful.
Agreed.
I'll talk to my wife. She's the treasurer of baseball. I'll have her, look through the books and tally up.
Yeah.
You know, she can do it probably fairly quickly.
Yep.
Thank you.
Those are the expenses, and then there's the hours
Yeah,
that you,
that's a
that
totally
people
different-
invest.
I don't even think we capture the hours.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's-
If we had to pay somebody for all the hours, the volunteer hours,
Bob, what's the budget now? About 120,000 under the cap?
Yeah, something like that, yep. The only thing that would kill us is if we hit another default,
Yes.
and then services are gonna suffer.
Without a
We
doubt.
can't have that. Can't have that again.
No, that was painful enough.
Andy, I wanted to make a note on your point there about kind of access, right? That price increases would, I think, be a determining factor for a number of families in this town who can't maybe join a travel league, right? And for whatever reason, not on a school team where there's like flag football, right? That's not in the school necessarily, so, limiting access, I think, goes against what our charge is. And so we essentially put a fee schedule on the rec teams, which right now is number one in our bylaws, right? Is like, that's the priority population. Yeah, I worry about families that would be squeezed out if we did.
Correct, or they may have to say, I can't play both, it's gonna be one or the other, right? So now you're just hurting the youth in the town.
Right.
Yeah. When, let's face it, we all were able to have access to that stuff as kids.
Yep.
We deserve, like, our kids deserve the same, you know.
We'll never turn anybody away for being under-resourced.
No, we never have and never will.
All right, next, quick update on the town hall floor, from Chris. As folks may have seen, there was a challenge with some of the repairs, not being able to deal with the dead spots, so they had a plan to, look to me put plywood under the flooring and then put foam in there to, give enough pressure so it wouldn't continue to be dead. Still pending if that's gonna work, so Chris is investigating it. With the contractor, we don't have an answer on that yet, though, but still being explored. Okay.
But it's a common practice for that kind of stuff, and I suggested that to Chris when we walked through the building. You go underneath and you simply screw like 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch plywood up underneath into the subfloor.
Yeah.
And that creates a hard surface, so when they drill the holes into those soft spots, the foam will go in, but it won't go to the ground anymore, it just goes in those spots. It's just whether or not the contractor wants to do it. I live in an old house, believe me.
All the tricks of the trade. All right, and then I think the last item had added was this year's budget, just as we're getting to the last, we're in the last quarter now. For folks to take a peek at that, we always talk about kind of end of year things, right? Fill up the propane tank, those type of items, things that we can do before the end of the year, or would need to be encumbered, so. We just don't want to be up against it in December, so. Please take a look at that and think what things we might need to move on here in the next couple of meetings. All right. Other business emails, Justin has October, Andy has November, and Jeff has December. Our next meeting is Tuesday, October 28th, followed by November 11th, which is Veterans Day, which might be offices closed that day, I assume. We might have to reschedule that one, right?
I'll follow up with him.
Okay. Pending November 11th and 25th, that is Thanksgiving week.
Yep.
So if folks can't make it, we can't have a quorum, let folks know.
Yep.
Let Chris know. All right, any other business?
There's a couple, things from Chris's email.
Oh, the,
Yeah,
Litchfield,
so
sorry.
the,
Thank you.
the first was Spirit of Litchfield is looking for either a restaurant or a brewery. He wanted us to ask Bob if he knows where to go for Spirit of Litchfield to see if they can have a restaurant or brewery for Christmas in Litchfield.
Yeah, Christmas and Litchfield event in December.
You mean to bring one here for?
To bring
for the-
one out
yeah.
there upon it.
Yeah, you'd have to go through the town administrator and the building inspector, who's also the health officer.
All right, so go to Kim
Yeah.
and Matt.
Kim and Matt, yeah.
And then if there's alcohol served, we're gonna need to have a detail.
Kim, Matt, and police. Okay.
That's a great idea, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they need to have a typical
fencing?
type of license, because somebody was gonna do it before and they didn't have the right license
Okay.
for it.
Those two things.
Right, thank you.
I thought you were just asking me about the brewery because of my favorability to beer.
Another item Chris wanted to raise up is the fencing at Sawmill, that there's some rotting boards. He's gonna look to have a date for us to, maybe pull that out and install some new posts. As we go back to kind of the budget materials that we have this year left to use, so. He's estimating 500 to 750, somewhere in that range probably. But we'll need volunteers, for that activity. And similarly on the budget, if we have space, still looking at maybe getting another, security camera over at Talent Hall, over by the dumpster side and the new grate. So, but we'll come back with proposals on that in a couple meetings.
Awesome.
All right, any other business? All right, seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Motion carries. Thank you and good night.
Very good. So you couldn't,
See, I even wrote it down on the agenda.
We're off,
Still
right?
looked over it. Thank you. Thanks for bailing me
couldn't
out.
convince Ryan, huh?
We had
You
a
want
long-
nothing to do with
I talked to him for about 45 minutes.
I talked to him too.
It was a lot of things. It wasn't just the two
No, I
knuckleheads at the
understand.
special meeting. It was his brother.
Yeah,
He was trying to settle out of state and everything. And he's just got a lot on his plate right